What if I told you that while you're sleeping, your computer could be finding new customers, researching them, and sending personalized emails that actually get responses? Look, we've all been there. Spending hours manually searching for leads, copying and pasting information, crafting individual emails one by one. It's exhausting, time consuming, and honestly, most of those generic emails end up in the trash anyway. But what if there was a way to automate this entire process? Today, I'm going to show you how I built a complete lead generation machine using n8n that does three powerful things. First, it automatically scrapes potential leads from Google Maps based on your exact criteria. Second, it researches each lead to find key information about their business. And third, it sends personalized, targeted emails that don't sound like they came from a bot. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step blueprint to build your own lead generation workflow that runs 24/7, finds higher quality prospects, and sends emails that actually convert, all without you lifting a finger. If you're ready to stop wasting time on manual prospecting and start building a system that works while you sleep, hit that like button and let's dive in. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because I'm sharing the exact templates and workflows I use that have generated 300 leads for my business. Let's get started.
Hi, hello. Let's take a look at the AI automation that we have today. This is a quick high level of how the whole thing goes. What happens is first we have an AI agent that uh, talks to the chat room. In the chat room itself, once you put in whatever leads you need, probably example like lawyer in Singapore or accountant in Taipei, example, then what happens is the AI agent would then start to grab the lead information from Google Map. We'll see later on how the Google Map is set up. And then, of course, once the information is written by Google Map, you start to insert or load the information into a Google Sheet. When the information is sent into the Google Sheet itself, but it will actually starts a trigger here. So the trigger itself will check for any new records has been added to the Google Sheet. It starts to do a little bit of research. What it do, it will actually go to the website of the lead itself and scrape the information down. And through an AI agent, again, it will start to do a little bit of research on the website itself to see if there's any emails that we can retrieve and any company information that would be interesting for us to pick that up and send to another AI tool, an AI agent that starts to do the personalized message for the outreach emails. It will start to save the information. It pretty much has update back the same Google Sheet itself, and then once that's done, it will start to send an email, a personalized email to the lead itself. Okay, so this is how we're probably just gonna run it quickly on a demo to see how that works. First, we're gonna open the chat, right? This is the accountant in, for example, just example, Kuala Lumpur. Here it starts running, maps, information back. Later on, you kind of save back into the sheet itself. Okay, I'm starting to save it in the sheet. Okay, I have results here. I suppose results and information. See, yep. See, then one example. So basically, it just shows one example out. Actually, I have a couple. That's pretty much showing this as an example. This is let's delete this. This is from our testing. This is pretty much it. You can see goes up. Oops. Now next, I'm going to show what since you have since you already had a record here, so we're gonna hit the second one, which is this part that actually take the records from the sheet, starts to do research, and output it. Yeah, sorry, my bad again. Yeah, we was pinning some data here, so should be the correct one. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. Double check if any pin data. Yeah, let's try again. Okay, I do research. See what it gets. It's done. So pretty much has sure that you can see back going back here. See, yep, pretty much the information about it. So you can see a nice one. So if I actually found an email, it's an email that we probably can use to kind of send, probably additional emails for us to kind of send the email out. So yeah, with the contact names, that's great as well. Phone numbers as well. So we kind of had a quick idea of what is it about. So call, accounting audit stuff like that. So now we'll go ahead and start trying to create it. Okay, so go back. The Okay, so I think let's start by creating the Google Maps and the sheet tool first. So because we need that before we be able to kind of connect with the AI itself. Yeah, let's do this. Before we go there, let's kind of have a look and start to do the Google Map search tool first. So this is how it works. Pretty much a simple one. It's a quick one. So it's just pretty much started with a node that says that whenever it's executed by another workflow, we just kind of run a API call. So this API that we are going to use is called SERP API. This is basically the kind of like the go-to APIs call anything related to pretty much to Google search. You can go to serpapi.com and register your account. I already have an account, so I'm gonna log in quickly and see. This is kind of your account, and on this side things you can see all the APIs that's available, the search API as well. But we're gonna use the Google Maps API. Yep, this one. This is pretty much it. This is an example of how to use it. Once we call the SERP API, so we will return the results. And what happens is we will then just kind of map the results itself, okay, back to send that data back to the. All right, let's go ahead and kind of do a quick create. The right first I can send is the execute by when execute. Okay, let's you get this one when executed by another flow. Just talk about data. Next, we're gonna run the HTTP request, which is the one that we're gonna use to API. Okay, so URL is right here, and see show you the API itself. So URL is this get request. Okay. Okay. So let's paste. Sorry, I probably just going to delete this because I'm going to do is the send query parameters. So first is the engine, Google Map. Okay, and the next one, the query itself. Okay. Okay, now the next one is the API itself. Sorry. API key is here as well. It's part of the query parameters. So here's where you put in your API key from SERP API. Okay, so I'm not going to show it here because this is going to be personalized to me. So once that's done, just hit save. Okay, that looks good. So get served. Then the next thing is mentioned. We're gonna turn whatever data. Oh, looks good. Okay, that's we're gonna do and create our next tool. The next tool is the tool that's gonna save all the data into a Google Sheet. So this is how it's gonna work. This is again starts with the sorry, what is again it's gonna start with the when executed by another workflow, and it starts to go through the AI tool. So here's the prompt itself. Basically means the prompt says that your job is to analyze, query, and provide a much better structured output for each category with this information. So this is a sampled of the output of it. Okay. So once you get the output, it starts to process it one by one. It's gonna loop it through and it starts to insert it into the Google Sheet. Okay. This is the Google Sheet that it's gonna be inserting to. This is a Google Sheet that I have created upfront. It has company name, address, phone, website. This is the Google Maps rating, research tab, which pretty much the AI is going to research on and return the results, and also the personalized email line that you will use to set as a personalized outreach. So let's start. Let's start creating that. So at first, click on this. When executed, accept all. Now we're gonna create the n8n AI agent. Okay. This is where we put the prompt in. Okay. If you notice that this is different from this, so what happened is I just recently updated my n8n. So this node itself will no longer exist. So the new node is kind of just running a usual AI agent. So same thing, chat model. I always use per router. This is my go-to. So we'll select. So again, I've already have my prompt here. Sorry, this is supposed to be a system prompt. A the actual prompt supposed to be here. Rename this Eliza name. Should be good. Next, you'll be expecting the. Yeah, I think we'll try it out. So I've copied. So what I did was actually created mockup data. So this is interesting. This is actually a new function as well, whereby you can actually create your own mockup data for the node itself to run. So it's much easier that way. So we click on this, pinned it. Let's try to run it and see how the results are first. Data back. See how it goes. Data. Okay, looks good. Output. Okay. So usually what happens in this case is I will kind of need to change it a little bit up to make sure that it's JSON. So what I'll do is add this field, this data, data. Hold on. See what happens. Okay, sorry. So I kind of did a little bit of research and see I didn't know what the issues are. So here, right, what happened is kind of changed a little bit in the formatted output. So I had added open curly braces and close curly braces so that this actually outputs an JSON format. So once that's done, right, I'll be able to use just directly pull the output as a JSON format here. So here it pretty much comes up whatever data that's needed. So now we have an array of results, right? So I need to kind of break it out and process it one by one itself. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to use the split, and I want to split data. Okay. Oh, sorry, probably. I wouldn't need to split. I need to loop it. So I use a loop on a creep so that each of every one of these items in here is going to get processed. Batch one. Let's just test it out and see how that works. So it's Google Sheets. I'm going to just pen a row. Okay, this is my account. So look for my whole data. So let's see. Let's split it first. Split it out, and only a loop it. Okay, so it works now. Good. So yeah, you can see it's 18 items out, 18 items out. Let's start looping it. So let's try to do this company name, address, phone number, website, reading, reading, okay, rename, insert to sheet. Okay, so I look back. So after everything's done, you should be able to return a result. So in this case, I'm going to turn a simple, I know, on done. Turn done. Okay, save it. Try it. Let's start inserting. Yep, 2 items, 3 items, 4 items. Okay, it works. Done, and it returns. Done. Looks good. Wait. Seems like returns 18. Done, which you don't want. Probably just do this then. Let's put in a limit so that it just kind of returns 1 will do. I think that's pretty much it. With this tool, oh, sorry, name it. Into sorry, right, both looks good. And now we start to go ahead back and kind of piece everything together. Here we are. So this is where we create the agent. Okay, good. Model to router again. I'll use Claude. Simple Claude, so that will do. Now I think is going to add 2 tools. So call n8n bolt2. I'm going to paste this first. So this is the instructions, or at least the information about the tool itself. Change this to Google Map Searcher. Okay, so now here's important. This is what tool that we're call. So created our search Google Map YT, right? There. And tool. Again, it's called a workflow. So this is the command for it. So call this to the pass input and store it into Google Sheets. Okay. So column should consist of the following information. Okay. We'll call this now important one. This is the one. Yep, insert into Sheets one. Okay. Now tools are added. So next thing is the prompt. Set the system prompt. Okay, this is the prompt itself. I added it in. Here's how you look at it. So you find contact information from Google Map tool. Here is the insert. This is Here's the input. Sorry, the query. Sorry, the query for the Google Map tools. And then after you've done the Google Map, use another tool to save. So this tool is from my previous sample. So we need to change a little bit on the tool names. So what? We got Google Map Searcher and insert into Sheets. You know what? Probably I should kind of. Well, I mean, always just in case. So add do the underscore just in case. Okay. Google Map Searcher. Insert into Sheets. This one insert into Sheets. Copy this. Tool. Sheet Searcher tool. Okay. We're gonna rename this guy Lead Searcher or Lead Finder. Let's kind of do that. Oops, what happened? Okay, save it. Okay, now let's try out. Let's kind of open chat. Again, unused account. With example. That's probably example. Banks. Okay, banks. Uh, follow the book. Example. Okay, it starts running. Starts to run the Google Maps search. Okay, that's running. It's good. Giving back responses. Okay, you can see it's also trying to insert into the sheets. Okay, everything's done. And you see the response. Okay, let's go check out the Google Sheet itself. Okay. Okay, you see pretty much information here. Bang Nagara, all this code, right? Let's get error because sorry. So I just noticed because when I insert it, there's a plus. So I kind of fix this a little bit. So we go back to the insert into sheets here. What you do is you gotta just add a apostrophe. That should work. Let's do this then. I'm gonna delete everything and see how it works. Okay. Delete and see again. Let's try again. Yeah. So let's try banks and maybe let's say like pretty much got all the banks, ratings and stuff. Looks good. So next thing is I'm gonna build the next part, which is gonna do the research. Get a little bit of research, personalized research on the client itself, and then send an email. So, right. So first things first. So of course the trigger is sheets. Sheets, free triggers on row added. Okay, so this is pretty much I added. So what is okay? This is the sheets row added. Now what happens once we get that? Right. So next is we need to add a filter. Why? So this is pretty much filtering out data sometimes so that we don't double process these are the records. But first, let's try out this, see if it works. Hey, it works. So it returns a bunch of records. Okay, 10 items. So first thing is we need to confirm that the research field is empty. Okay, so that gets figured out. So simple check. Okay, that's pretty much the ones we want, right? So then next we are going to loop. You gotta process one by one then. Okay, so let's delete. So first things first, what we're gonna do, we are going to the website. So now we're gonna start going to the website. So all. Okay, so first thing first, that's a website, right? So let's get the website. Okay. Oops, I've renamed it. Go company website. Okay, next is we need to do markdown. Reason is when you go to use the HTTP to get the website content, right? It will be kind of like having a lot of unnecessary HTML tags and stuff. So we want to kind of script those off and give AI the most relevant information for the process so that in a way we don't kind of waste our tokens. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Like probably banks have much more tighter security on the website, so probably will only change. Let's not use banks then. It's be a little bit tricky. So let's try kind of do another one. It's a good one. And let's do interior designers, right? Do interior designer. And now we kind of have the data back. About beats. Everything's there. So this time we'll be able to kind of work through it. Disable this first. Okay. So it's much easier. So you can see this is the website content. So that's why we need to kind of mark down. So it's kind of the data decision data. Anyway, works for me. So next is we're gonna add the AI agent to kind of do the processing itself. Right below. So I'm gonna just connect this to chat model so that won't need to waste an additional one. So this is the system prompt. Okay. So this is system prompt. So what you say, so you're a data extract specialist, so tasked with analyze the markdowns, right? Markdown HTML content, okay, to identify key information and create for personalizing emails. Okay, outreach or email. So these are some of the information that you need to get. Email addresses, any particular email address contact, company info, products, insights, content analysis, okay, stuff like that. Um, so company researcher. Execute this. It's here. So let's try to run it on the AI mode. Yeah, I'm gonna pin this faster and see. Cool. So data itself looks good. So I'm gonna pin this first. So next is the AI to kind of create the personalized email. AI agent again. Let's define below. Okay. Back to the same chat model. This is the prompt. This is the output on the inside. This is the master prompt itself. Okay, so you are to create a personalized first line for an email for this company. So you're gonna use this information to create one sentence first line, just kind of complement or something principal for company. Okay, we go to contact info. Let's add a little bit more company name. The research. Okay. Let's see what else. Guys, go. Okay, interior Asia. Okay, good. Let's just personalized email generator. Okay, it's done. Just kind of sheet, Google sheet. Keeps on forgetting. Public row. Okay, so one. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so pretty much have it. The personalized reach. Scroll here. The output for the research. Based on company name. Company name. I will not update the rest. So delete it. So that's based on the update research. And update it. Right. Okay, the last thing is, as mentioned, also emailed, right? So it's gonna use send emailed, send an emailed. I've created credentials on my email itself here. Okay, you can be able to do it here. You create new credentials. Send. The name will always has from email will always need to be the same email account. That's gonna error out. So for emailed here, you can probably put the leads emailed. Okay, or for this testing purposes, I'm going to just read hi, thanks, just a sample. And that works. Getting okay, censored it correctly. So lastly, this gets look back here. Pretty much done. Okay, so confirm sent. Just double check again, and you can see research is nicely done, and this is the personalized line. So you can see it's interesting as well. So quite a couple of information that you can get. So pretty much retrieve the email address, lead, contact numbers, WhatsApp here. You also have some of the person in charge doing outreach to see the details about the company itself. This is a pretty good research on the company itself, so they can actually reuse. So, right, let's see. Now, I think that's good. So, I'm going to just do a quick final run on this whole process. So let's run. Oops, what happened? It actually cannot be explanation. Oh. we'll just kind of skip that. There is out, just moved on to run the next one. It happens sometimes that whenever you get emails that doesn't exist or some what's not, so kind of errors out. So this is pretty much normal. Just handle it. But because for this particular automation sake, the whole concept is how you actually create the whole thing. Okay. So I'm just go through and let all this complete and see what we get from most of it. Okay. All right. So that looks like pretty much everything completed. Look and see all this information, read it and researched. Looks awesome, right? So that's pretty much it for this time. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feedbacks, really welcome it. Leave it down in the comment section. Thank you.